The Galactic Council Hall was filled with bright lights, loud voices, and too much laughter. Representatives from every major species sat around the giant circular table. They were supposed to discuss serious matters, trade routes, border conflicts, and security threats. But instead, they spent most of their time laughing at one thing: humanity. They joked that humans were noisy explorers. They joked that humans always try to punch above their weight. They joked that humans dreamed too big for their small place in the galaxy. And the whole hall echoed with mocking laughter. But while they laughed, no one noticed that Earth had gone completely silent. On a distant human outpost, far away from the council, Admiral Rian stood inside a dark command center. The room was quiet, too quiet. Only one giant screen showed a glowing countdown. Operation Vanish, 3 hours. Admiral Rian watched the numbers fall like drops of time, disappearing forever. Around him, human commanders worked with tense faces. They checked systems, whispered orders, and prepared for something the galaxy had never seen. Humanity had not gathered for peace. They had gathered for disappearance. Across many star systems, human warships floated in the darkness. Their engines were cold, their lights dimmed, and their communications silent. Each ship waited for the same command, the same moment, the same midnight. Back at the Galactic Council, the last of the laughter faded as leaders left the hall. Not even one of them suspected that they were laughing at a species preparing to change everything. When the countdown reached 0, a soft tremor shook the void. Blue light flashed around every human ship. Their secret jump engines activated at the same moment. In a single heartbeat, humanity vanished from the sky. By dawn, every human war fleet was gone, without a trace. When the first light of dawn spread across the galaxy, something felt wrong. Space stations that usually buzzed with human signals heard nothing. Patrol ships that expected to see human cruisers found only empty space. Every star system that once held human war fleets was now silent, too silent. At the Galactic Council headquarters, confusion spread quickly. Officers rushed through the halls with scanners in their hands. Screens flickered with static. Maps showed hundreds of blinking red markers, each one representing a missing human fleet. The council members gathered again, and this time, no one laughed. Representative Caver, a tall reptilian leader, stared at the data in disbelief. "Where are the humans?" he whispered. No one answered. For the first time in years, humanity wasn't the joke of the galaxy. They were a mystery. Across the hall, Counselor Thera tapped her claws nervously on the table. "This cannot be possible. Fleets do not simply disappear." But they had. Meanwhile, far beyond known space, humanity traveled through a hidden corridor of light. The secret jump engines created a path that no alien sensor could detect. Thousands of ships moved silently through an unknown region, dark, vast, and untouched by any species. Admiral Rian stood on the bridge of the flagship Obsidian Dawn. The view outside was strange, a swirling ocean of blue energy and shifting shadows. "Stay on course," he ordered. "The galaxy must not know where we're going." Back at the council, fear replaced mockery. Rumors spread fast. Some said humans had found ancient technology. Others believed humans were preparing for a massive war. A few whispered that humanity had discovered a place beyond the galaxy itself. But no one knew the truth. Humanity had vanished because they were done being underestimated. Inside the strange blue tunnel, humanity traveled deeper into the unknown. The hidden jump corridor twisted like a river made of light. No alien ship could enter it. No scanner could detect it, and no map in the galaxy showed where it led. Only humans knew, because humans had built it in secret. Admiral Rian stood near the main holoscreen. The human fleet stretched behind him like a long metal storm. Battleships, carriers, stealth cruisers, escort destroyers, every one of them silent, disciplined, and focused. Captain Mara walked up beside him. "All fleets reporting stable," she said. "But the crew is asking the same question, sir. Where exactly are we going?" Rian didn't answer immediately. His eyes stayed fixed on the swirling energy pillars outside the window. "We're going somewhere the galaxy cannot follow," he finally said. "A place where humanity can grow without fear." Behind them, engineers worked to stabilize the corridor. The ship shook lightly, and sparks flickered from a panel. The hidden path was powerful, but unpredictable. Far away, in normal space, the Galactic Council was falling apart. Alarms blared across every station. Fleets scrambled to search human borders. Scouts reported nothing. Entire sectors felt abandoned. Counselor Thera slammed her fist on the table. "Humanity has vanished beyond our reach. We do not know their plans. We do not know their new home. We do not know if they will return." Representative Kaver hissed. "They are preparing for something. No species hides this completely unless they are planning a strike." Fear spread like wildfire. The galaxy, once confident and mocking, now felt small and blind. Meanwhile, inside the corridor, the human fleet approached the final gate, an enormous sphere of white light pulsing like a living star. "This is it," Admiral Rian whispered. Humanity was crossing into an entirely new world. When a human fleet passed through the glowing white sphere, the darkness around them broke open like a curtain. Suddenly, the ships entered a vast, silent region of space that looked untouched by time. There were no planets, no stars, no debris, just a deep, calm emptiness stretching forever. Except for one thing. A massive artificial structure floated at the center. It looked like a star made of metal, sharp rings, glowing beams, and huge panels stretching like wings. It was older than any human ship, yet it pulsed with fresh energy. The crew stared in awe. Captain Mara whispered, "Is this the origin gate?" Admiral Rian nodded slowly. "Humanity found this a century ago. We kept it hidden. We studied it. And now, it will be our new foundation." Across the fleet, engines powered down. Ships aligned in formation around the ancient structure. Engineers sent drones into the station's dark tunnels, scanning old corridors filled with strange symbols. Every discovery pointed to one truth. This place was built for expansion, for empire, for evolution. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council was growing desperate. Every species sent scouts to the edges of known space. Some believed humans had been wiped out by a natural disaster. Others were sure humanity had built a superweapon. Counselor Thera stood in front of a glowing star map. "We cannot locate them. Not one fleet. Not one signal." Representative Kaver hissed quietly. "If they return, the balance of power will change forever." Back in the new region, Admiral Rian opened a transmission to the entire fleet. "Humans," he said, his voice steady. "The galaxy mocked us. They underestimated us. Now we begin something greater. We will build a home no enemy can threaten." The massive metal star lit up bright blue, awakening after ages of silence. Humanity had found its hidden birthplace, and their new empire was about to rise. The ancient structure, now fully awake, glowed like a newborn star. Blue rings spun slowly around its core, casting long shadows across the human fleet. Inside every ship, the crew felt a strange mix of fear and excitement. They had stepped into a place no other species even knew existed. Admiral Rian walked through the command deck of the flagship. Holograms floated around him, showing new maps being formed by explorers. The empty region was not empty after all. Behind the ancient Stargate lay tunnels, hidden systems, and strange drifting megastructures waiting to be explored. "This place is impossible," Captain Mara said softly. Rian answered, "That's exactly why we came." Human drones spread out like silver insects. They scanned deep space, finding resources richer than anything in the known galaxy. A hidden nebula filled with rare crystals. A giant hollow asteroid perfect for a shipyard. A cluster of dark energy nodes that could power thousands of engines. Humanity had found a kingdom forgotten by time. Meanwhile, back in the Galactic Council, panic turned into division. Some species demanded war preparations. Others wanted peace talks. A few feared that humanity had discovered a power greater than any council fleet. Counselor Thera stared at the empty holoscreen. We mocked them, and they answered with silence. That is more frightening than any threat. Representative Caver growled. If humans return with new weapons, new ships, or new allies, we are finished. But no one knew how correct he was. Inside the hidden region, the first human megastructure came to life. Engineers activated enormous shipyard arms. Massive reactors lit up like glowing suns. The design of the new warships flashed across screens, sleek, dark, and powerful. Admiral Rian stood tall. "This is only the beginning," he said. "Humanity will not return weak. We will return unstoppable." The void echoed with the birth of an empire the galaxy was never meant to see. Months passed inside the hidden region, and humanity changed faster than any species in history. The ancient Stargate became the heart of a new empire. New shipyards stretched like metal forests. New reactors glowed with power no alien had ever imagined. And new warships, sleek, black, and silent, rose from the docks like giants waking from a long sleep. Admiral Rian stood on the command bridge of Earth's newest flagship, Eclipse Revenant. Its hull shimmered with mirror-dark armor, built from ancient materials and human engineering. It was stronger than any Council dreadnought, faster than any fighter, and armed with a weapon only the Origin Gate could power. "Send the signal," Rian ordered. For the first time in months, a human transmission crossed back into the known galaxy. It carried only 3 words. "We are coming." The message hit the Galactic Council like a shockwave. Alarms blared across their stations. Fleets scrambled. Leaders panicked. Counselor Thero whispered, "They survived." No, they evolved. Representative Caver's scales turned pale. "This is bad. Very bad. We do not know what they became." But by then, it was too late. The stars flickered. Space ripped open. A massive rift tore across the galaxy's edge, like a door forced open from the outside. And through it came humanity's new war fleet. Hundreds of ships, darker than night, glowing with blue energy from the ancient Stargate. No engine trails, no radio chatter, just silent, disciplined formation. The galaxy froze. Admiral Rian's voice echoed across every channel. "You laughed at us. You mocked us. You believed we were weak. But now we stand stronger than ever." The new human empire had returned, not in anger, but in power. And the galaxy understood one truth. You can mock humanity once, but you never get a second chance.